The next class under kingdom fungi is Ascomycetes. Ascomycetes means they are sac fungi because they used to produce sac-like structures in which the spores will be formed. That's why it is called as sac fungi. The members of this Ascomycetes are unicellular or multicellular. That is, a few members are unicellular. For example, we can say the yeast. Scientific name of yeast is Saccharomyces cerevisiae. Saccharomyces cerevisiae is a unicellular fungi which comes under Ascomycetes, and most of them are multicellular. For example, Penicillium is a multicellular fungi. Even the other examples like Aspergillus, Claviceps, these all are multicellular fungi. Okay. Now, they all are saprophytic in nature. You know what is saprophytic? They feed on the dead and decayed organic matter. So, the fungi are saprophytic, and some are decomposers. That is, they can decompose all the dead and decayed organic matter present in the soil. Okay. So, they can act as decomposer, and some of them are parasites on plants or animals, and some are coprophilous. Coprophilous means they grow on the dung, on the cattle dung. Okay. So, in the cattle dung, they will be growing and they will be getting the nutrients from them. Actually, when a cattle is grazing, the spores which are present in that grasses or in the plants will be eaten by the cattle. And when their undigested waste is eliminated, along with that, again the fungal spores will be released, and there it may grow. Okay, they will be growing on that dung, and then again it will multiply and again produce spores, and it will be released in the environment. Okay, so coprophilous means they feed on the dung. They grow on the dung and feed upon that. Okay, so this is about their mode of nutrition. They may be saprophytic, decomposer, parasites, or coprophilous. Now, when we see about the mycelium, the mycelium is branched and septate. What do you mean by branched? The hypha, that is a group of hyphae, is called as mycelium, isn't it? So this is the mycelium. So here you can see it is branched and it is septate. Septate means it is having cross wall. Okay, septa means what? Cross wall. So as they are having cross wall, it is septate. So the mycelium is branched and septate. Now when we see about the reproduction, they can reproduce both asexually as well as sexually. Asexually, they produce spores called conidia, and these conidia, these are the spores which are called conidia, and these conidia are formed in structures called conidiophores. What are conidiophores? These are mycelium. Okay, actually this is a part of the mycelium which grows above the soil, and that is called conidiophores. And in the conidiophores, what will be formed? The spores called conidia will be formed, and they are formed exogenously, that is outside. You can see it outside the conidiophores, the spores are formed. Okay, so that we can say it is exogenous. Exo means towards the outside. Okay, so how they reproduce asexually? They reproduce asexually by producing spores called conidia, and these conidia are produced in this mycelium called as conidiophores. And the conidia are produced exogenously, that is towards the outside. On their outer surface of these conidiophores, the spores will be formed. When we see about the sexual reproduction, they reproduce by producing the spores called ascospores. So what is the spore named ascospores? Based on the name of the class to which the fungi belong to, the spores also are named like that, ascospores. Okay. Now, this ascospores develop inside the fruiting body called the ascocarp. Carp actually means the fruit. Okay. So, ascocarp is the fruiting body which is produced by this Ascomycetes fungi. And inside this ascocarp, you can see here like this ascocarp will be formed, and inside that ascocarp, sac-like structure called asci are present. Asci is plural, ascus is singular. So what is present inside this ascocarp? So this is the whole ascocarp, inside which you can see the sac-like many sac-like structures are there, that is called asci, and inside this asci what is formed? The spores are formed, and here the spores are formed endogenously. What do you mean by endogenously? It is formed inside. Endo means inside. So inside this asci the spores are formed. So we can say the sexual spores are produced endogenously, asexual spores are produced exogenously. Okay, I hope you are able to follow this. So sexual reproduction is by producing spores called ascospores. They are produced in fruiting body called the ascocarp. Inside the ascocarp, many sac-like structure called asci are there, and inside that asci, ascospores will be developing endogenously. Now, some of the examples of this class Ascomycetes is Aspergillus, Claviceps, Neurospora, Morels, Truffles, etc. Okay. This Neurospora is one of the important fungi which comes under this Ascomycetes, because it is very much used in biochemical studies or as well as genetic studies. If a scientist want to do some work under the fungi, they normally choose which fungi? Neurospora. Okay, it is easy to study. So Neurospora is mainly used for biochemical studies as well as genetic work or genetic studies. Okay, and this morels and truffles are edible in nature. What do you mean by edible? They are eatable. Edible means we can consume, we can eat it. Okay, so morels and truffles are said to be very good delicacy fungi. That means very tasteful fungi they are. So it is used as food by us also. Okay, by human beings, it can be taken as food. I hope you might have understood this. So this is about Ascomycetes.